Live. So good morning, everyone. As per our Thursday session, today we have a session from Rama Zen, and we will end this week on contribution. Good morning, sir, and over to you.
Thank you, Naina.
Sorry,
Could
I
you
have to share
open the
the screen.
presentation?
Yeah. Share the screen.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so this week is Community Contribution Week. Let's look at what we can do about it, what we have been doing. So what's the life's great question as far as you are concerned? Can you type it or say it out? Maybe you can unmute and talk also. What's your life's great question? One question. Is it what is life? What's the purpose of life? Why am I here? Or is there anything else?
How
I'm
can
sure
I
each
be
one of us.
always happy?
Okay, right, great. Yeah, good question. Anybody else?
Become
Why
a sir, become a social,
become a?
become a social empowerment strategist.
Okay. Who am I? Yeah. Are we alone in this universe? Why things make me sad? Yes. Yes. These are all the questions we always ask. Some of them are really big, and there seems to be no answer or partial answers only. It's interesting to note that Tom Rath, he is one of the great authors. He is from Gallup. So he has written a recent book called Life's Great Question. So according to him, the life's great question is, what are the most meaningful contributions we can make? To answer Naina's question, when you contribute to others, it makes you happy as well. So it's how much ever you do it for yourself, that will not give you sufficient happiness. If you want more happiness, you have to contribute to others. So life is about what to do, what you do that improves the world around you. It's about investing in the development of other people. It's about the efforts that will continue to grow even when you are gone. So that's what really gives you the meaning to your life. So that's the life's greatest question as far as Tom is concerned, and that is, I think, there are many researchers also going on in that direction. That you become happy, you become fulfilled when you really contribute to others. So before you contribute to others, before you can help others, you have to be at some level. You, when you are in pain, you will not be able to help others. So this slide talks about power versus force. So force is really you keep it, on with a lot of effort, whereas power comes automatically. So there is a range of various feelings or various aspects in life. You can decide for yourself where you are in this spectrum of starting from shame to enlightenment. So from shame to fear, it is inaction. And from desire to pride, it is hyperactivity. Courage is the middle one. Once you have the courage to really jump this gap, then you get into happiness and productivity. Naina, this is where the happiness starts. Neutrality to acceptance. And then the reason, peak performance without stress. And then you have the synchronicity and extraordinary outcomes from love to enlightenment. We talk about all these things, but there is a way to really move across all these things. There are ways of measuring it. I think that there are very complicated ways to measure it actually where one person is in this level. But at mind level, you can measure. this also gives the scale of measuring. The same thing, put it in scale of 20 to 1000. 1000 is the enlightenment, 20 is the shame. So you can, from your mind, you can measure where you are. You can approximately position yourself where you are. So that is very important to know, so that you can move to the reasonable levels, to the transformation, to the empowerment. So Munir said empowerment is what is required. So the stage you start empowerment is at the courage level. So you have to cross all this shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, and all those things to move to that level and then beyond. So this is what we need to really reflect on ourselves and improve ourselves, which we are doing in this forums, 5am Club or Mastermind. We do a lot of things to move in the positive direction, which I'm sure helping you, and you can continue to improve further on that scale. So once we improve, obviously we can also improve the community. What we are there is also a community. In this community, how can we make sure the community itself is going into different level of consciousness at the top level? The basic level is the survival of the community itself. The next one is having good relationship. Next one is self-esteem of the community itself. How proud and how good you talk about the community. And then the transformation of the community as a whole. And there is an internal cohesion and making a difference to the community and to others through the community, and then the service from the community. So that is how the community consciousness levels are. So here also we can work on our, for example, this current community, at what level we are in and how we can really go to the top level. We want to reach the service level where you really take global sustainability. So that's the consciousness level of the community itself. Okay, so to do all these things, what is that we can do? Okay, so contribution, instead of following your passion alone, find your greatest contribution. That will give you a lot more satisfaction, a lot more happiness. In the end, you won't get to stay around forever, but your contributions will stay forever. Your strengths and the efforts must be focused on specific contributions you can make to other people's lives. The key is to invest more time where your talents will yield the greatest return for others. See, that's the key point. So every one of us have our own talents and our own strengths. So we can identify what is our strength in contributing to others and then make use of it more effectively. So life's meaning is measured by your contributions more than anything else. So let's look at what are all the ways to contribute to the community, to the world at large. So there are 12 qualities or the strengths which Tom identifies, which are useful to the community, to the contribution to the world at large. So he categorized four in each category: creating the contribution, relating to the community and the world, and operating with the world. So these are the three aspects categorized the talents. So the create talents are initiating, challenging, teaching, and visioning. Relate characteristics or the strengths are connecting, energizing, pursuing, influencing. And the operate strengths are organizing, achieving, adapting, scaling. So let's briefly look at each one of that. You can establish for yourself how good you are in each one of these strengths. So initiating, so some other people are very good at initiating anything, whether it is a conversation, whether it is a new group, whether it is new initiative, whether it is a new organization, new group. So these are the people who are really good at initiating. So what is initiating? How do you get started with something new or something enhanced? The secret of getting ahead is getting started. So whatever you want to start, just get started. So for example, Lena ma'am started Excel learning. I think she started yesterday itself, I suppose. So get started. So that initiating characteristic is very, very important. So if you have it, you can use that for the community contribution. So you initiate with the community something very relevant, very important for the community to start. So it could be new conversation, it could be new information, it could be bringing group together to find out what's to be done. So self-confidence is very, very important for the initiating. So if you have this characteristic, you can make use of contributing to the community as a whole. Moving on. Challenging. This is another important strength one can have. So this is to ask, are we doing the right things? So questioning the status quo. The power to question is the basis of all human progress. So challenging people and their conventional wisdom and trying to challenge that whether you can do it in a different way. Is this the right way? Is this sufficient? So it also your inquisitiveness and new source of information is used for challenging. So you can learn, read, and ask questions to challenge. So if you have this strength or this characteristics, you can use this for the community to improve as a whole. Teaching. So what do people need to know? So people need to know about so many things, the basic principles, concepts, the practical aspects. So education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world, which all of us know very well. That there were many people who were lacking education, and the whole world was in a different way. Now at least we have the education across, but the formal education alone is not sufficient. So there are different kinds of education, and more importantly the informal education. So here the information objectivity and creativity is very important. Group discussions, learning together, discovering patterns and connections, connecting the dots. So that is what we are doing in this forum, this community as well. We are doing the learning, the teaching comes from all of us. Each one of us teach in a different way. But specifically, if you have this teaching capabilities, then you can contribute a lot to the community. So we will be wondering, normally we'll be wondering that, oh, how do I contribute? The first thing which comes to our mind is that, okay, I should contribute some money to the community. No, not necessarily. So whatever we are talking about, each of these qualities, the characteristics, the strengths, if you have that, you can utilize each one of them to contribute to the community. Moving on. Visioning. So this is about what should we do next. So basically looking at the future, looking at what is the vision, what is that we want to do, where is that we want to reach as a community. That is what, so there are some people who have this kind of strength. So the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So how can you dream for yourself, for the community, for the groups? So dream big, come out with new ideas, introspect, big picture, leading with ideas. So it is not only just visioning, but also leading to moving towards the visioning. So there are some people who are good at this, and they can very well contribute to the group or community to become the best community in that particular aspect. Connecting, this is very, very critical and important quality or the strength one can have. So how do we connect people to our mission? So whatever we want to do in the community, or whatever we want to do as a person, how do we connect with the people? Only when you connect with the people will they be able to subscribe and work along with you. So even in the mastermind, so unless you connect with the people, that is why the insistence on one-on-one discussions with the people, right? So you have to connect with the people. And there are some people who are good at connecting. Those are the people who bring the teams together to create something unique. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his or her point of view. So how do you connect? Conversations, social networks? You have to spend your time and energy to connect with the people so that you can understand from their point of view, and then we can enhance the overall effectiveness of the group as a whole. Asking questions, overall well-being, so advocating your own concepts, products, services, teams, initiatives. So that happens only through connecting with the people. Moving on. Energizing. There are some people when they come into the in contact with anybody, their energy is really high at the top level. They bring in that energy. So how do we get and stay charged with that energy? So some people are good at that. So when they come into a team, the whole team gets charged, and it is an asset to the community, to the team. The best way to find yourself to lose yourself in the service of others. So joy to daily routines, boost well-being, motivated to inspire others, smile, laugh, have fun. So whenever we have the laugher session, we really get motivated and energized. So we need people like that. We need, if you have that kind of capability, then you really create magic in the team, like what Nayana or Sudeepa do, fun like that. There are many ways of energizing the teams, building relationships and serving others through the energizing the teams and community. Perceiving, this is another important aspect. Once you have this perception, there are some people who can perceive what's happening in the community, in the team, with others very keenly, very subtly. What does each person need? So that perception is very important. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So that you can do that only when you have right perception. So you can create strong bonds between people. Commonality and consensus are important in this perception. Gifted listening is required, or if it is available, you can utilize for the team and the community. And conflict and stress management is very important, because once there is more than one person, there is multiple ideas, multiple viewpoints, and there is bound to be conflict. But if you are perceptive, then you can handle the conflict and stress in a much better way. And sensitivity is very important for the people. So judging versus perceiving. Perceiving is to really look at the way as it is, without changing, without thinking that this is the only way. Moving on. Influencing. So you can, basically there is influencing skills. I think we have seen some people talking about it. What can we grow? What can we grow our client base? Basically, how do we really improve? For example, if it is mastermind, how do you get more people to get into mastermind? So that comes from influencing people on the importance or the benefit of whatever you are doing or selling, whatever it is. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. So influencing requires persistent and persuasive actions. It requires deep belief on whatever you are doing so that you can influence others to do the same thing. New partnerships and relationships are required to establish, to influence and get the people. New ideas, passion, and credibility is very important. Synthesizing and explaining and sharing. So these are all the various skills required in influencing. Once you have this influencing skill, you will be an asset for the community, because you can expand the community by bringing more and more people. Moving on, organizing. So it is not only just bringing people or coming together, organizing, because unless you organize the things will not move. So how do we make things run smoothly? That is the organizing. So some other people, they know how to organize the things, how to organize the team meetings, how to organize various aspects of community. Out of clutter, find simplicity. From discord, find harmony. In the middle of the difficulty lies opportunity. So the organization skills comes from preparing ahead, anticipating things, planning it appropriately, getting it done, being reliable and trustable and have confidence, and finding common ground for all of us. So organizing is very important skill which you can utilize to contribute to the community and improve the community as a whole. Moving on. Achieving. So this is something, you achieve certain things and show us a role model. How can we get more done? Always be a first-rate version of yourself instead of a second-rate version of somebody else. So people learn better through the example. You achieve, show something to the people, people will automatically follow. You be the model for others, perform with excellence so that people will follow. So the community will thrive by looking at your example, your achievement. Moving on. Adapting. So how can we adapt quickly to changes? Because whatever you do, it is not going to stay as it is because things will change. The situation will change. For example, when people were doing certain things, suddenly pandemic came. So people have to adapt and they adapted. So that is how the whole 5M Club mastermind came into picture. There is an example of adapting to the situation. So intelligence is the ability to adapt to change. So natural improvisation of whatever is happening, spontaneous, looking at life as interesting one and unexpected things to be looked at and made use of. So adapting to the changes to whatever is happening is very, very important. And then that is not sufficient. We have to scale it up. Basically, how do you make it big? So whatever we started as a small community, how do you make it as a big community? How can we reach more people? Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning. So ability to reach more and more people is, there are certain people are good at this, scale up the products and services and smart work to really make it big. So that's another strength or capability people have. So whoever has that will be able to contribute to the community. So these are all the 12 key skills or characteristics or the strengths one can have, which can be used for community contribution to improve the community as a whole. So this book, Life's Great Question, talks about all these strengths. It also has one online portal to test your thing. In my case, I did this. So for me, it has come, the greatest contributions or skills come up as adapting, scaling, and teaching. So these are the roles and these are the most influential life experiences and strengths. So this is how I've done with that online test. So this is the result of that one. So if possible, you can use that, or even otherwise, you can go through each one of these skills and see how good you are in that and use those skills for improving the community, whichever the community you are in. So that's what I wanted to say. Now I'm done with the presentation. We can go for question and answers and discussions.
Thank you so much, sir. Can we get that link?
Sorry, Naina?
The test link?
It's a contribufit. No, it requires a code. It requires a code. If you buy that book, the code comes along with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is not a free test.
Oh, thank you. But it is recommended, right?
Yeah, it is good. It is good. Yeah, if you like it, you can try buying that book.
Sure.
Yeah, but even otherwise, you can see the list of skills and establish for yourself how good you are in that and how you can make use of those skills to improve the communities you are in, or you can create a new community if you are good at initiating.
Right. Thank you very much. Interesting.
You can just show that 12 skills in screen, Naina, so that people can have a look at it and ask any questions. That circle thing, yeah. Down. Next, no, yeah, no, down, below. Next. Yes, this one, yeah. I don't know if you're able to read or not, but I can read out if you're not able to read. Yes, so let's go for questions and answers.
I feel I have one of each, like organizing,
Okay.
initiating, energizing, one from three.
Excellent. That's a very good combination. You can do everything. Yeah. You basically make use of that to the maximum for the community contribution.
Yeah, that is a problem.
No, instead of, because by default we think that country contribution community means we have to give some money. Not necessary. Use the skills.
Sorry, guys, I'm in the kitchen, so please go ahead.
Ramasan, this is Ravi.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Excellent presentation. Really useful. I have two things to ask in this relate. We see energizing. So, what is the difference between energizing and synergizing?
Energizing and
No,
synergizing.
Yes.
Okay, synergizing is to look at various aspects in whatever is already there and
Okay.
create something new using the existing things.
Okay.
Whereas energizing is to create the positive environment, to really make sure that people really get enthusiastic, get energy to do whatever they want to do. So for example, the simplest example is laughing, right? When we really laugh together, the energy of the team becomes really high.
Yes.
Right? Whereas the synergizing is that something is happening, two or three different things are happening. What one can do is combine all those two, three things together and create something new, which is unexpected.
Yeah. So synergizing is combining. Okay. Right.
Yes.
Combining things. Right?
Combining multiple things and create new effect.
And new efforts. Okay. Coming together and creating something with the energy of all creating something. Yeah, that's a very good explanation. Thank you. And in your levels of conscience slide,
yes,
I
sir.
need a certain. What is some answer? I think it's white.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between guilt and grief?
1 minute. We'll go to the slide.
Just one clarification.
Oh, only one slide. Okay. Between guilt and grief, right?
Yeah, that slide. What is that? What is the term which is given between guilt and grief?
Yeah, sure. See, guilt is something what you have done something and then you feel bad about it, right? That is guilt. You think that it is not, what you have done is not right, not appropriate. And you don't know how to overcome that or correct it. And you keep worrying about it. That is guilt. Grief is something you lost something, right? That is grief.
Yes.
So the difference is, one is you made a mistake, you don't know how to correct it. That is guilt. Grief is something you lost. You have not got what you wanted.
Yes.
That is grief.
Okay. My question is that what is the term which is lying between grief and guilt in that pyramid? So it's the font is not really visible. I couldn't read that. I want to.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let me go and read it. Between those two, what is
white
that?
color?
Yeah, I'll go and read it. 1 minute. Naina, would you be able to go to that slide?
I think she's on that slide.
No, I'm not able to see. Oh, okay. Yeah, next slide. No, sorry, previous slide. Previous.
What is the
previous? Yeah. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. It's apathy. Apathy is you don't
apathy.
You just don't you don't give a damn to anything.
Yeah. I understand. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think here the black color font would have been better.
All right. Yeah, the previous screen, it is not very clear. Yeah. I think in this it is clear.
Because this is very, very interesting, important slide.
Yeah.
Just I wanted to know what it is. Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Any other questions?
So it is nice to have all those qualities, Dr. Rama sir, actually.
Yes, the skills or the strengths which can be used for contributing to the community. Yes, and we do have. It is not that we don't have. We have. Only thing is you have to just focus and find out what are the skills each one of us have and how to utilize that. Like Naina said, she already identified some of the skills. The question is how effectively it can be utilized. So both are important.
We have it, sometimes we use it very selectively. We have to be universal.
Yeah.
We are sometimes biased.
A lot of interesting perspectives put together, sir. We know bits of that here and there in terms of the quotations you used or the impact that we create. But trying to understand them in an organized framework or a scale like this is very, very interesting. And it does take some time to digest. I'm still trying to kind of
I know.
comprehend everything and see
Yeah.
how what kind of change or what kind of impact it can create. Very nice sharing, sir. Thank you for sharing this with us.
Sure, thank you. I know I little bit rushed through, but yeah, I agree. It takes some time to understand where each one of us are, what
Yeah.
strengths we have, and how do we use that.
Rama
Yes.
sir, please explain that above courage, na neutrality.
Neutrality. So neutrality is not to look at everything in a very, very objective manner. Don't get influenced or get get into feelings saying that this is good, bad, it is affecting me, it is making me happy, sad.
Yeah.
No, just look at as it is, whatever it is. Look
Yeah,
at it in a neutral way. That's the neutrality. That requires courage. Even to look at in a neutral way, you require a lot of courage before doing that. That's why courage is the pivotal point.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Quality of the neutron, right?
yeah. Unbiased.
Yeah. Otherwise you behave like electron and proton. Keep
Sir,
attracting this, that.
Rama sir, actually you were also explaining last time about the logic thing, right? It also come in the same.
Yes. Last time we talked about Jaina logic. Instead of just saying good or bad, black and white, look at the various gray shades in between.
And this contracted
about that,
and destructive.
We'll go one by one. So, Ravi sir, what is that?
Yeah, this is very good. The contracted and destructive energy, I feel this is very, very pertinent, and it is self-destructive also, I feel.
Yes.
So when we are struggling, when we are in shame, when we are in fear, when we are in grief, we are self-destructive. So it is
right.
we are touching the self-destruction button. So this is very, very important. Really, I like this. Wonderful. Thank you for enlightening us. Really, it's very good.
Yeah.
I loved. I go through each and every slide carefully and taken screenshot, and I want to understand everything. So,
yeah. The slides will be shared with you in any the
shared. Anyhow, I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to go in deep and understand everything. Yeah, thank you.
Sure, sir. We can have discussion anytime also, even after you go through once more. Yeah, so there was somebody else who was asking.
Yeah, that was a brilliant presentation. In fact, like what Prashanti said, spot on, we are a little bit overwhelmed, it needs some deep reflection, actually. All the slides, you need to sit and, actually think upon and then, self-reflect. But overall brilliant presentation. We'll definitely go through it again, actually.
Sure. Thank you.
Rama sir, you have promised us to take session on how to remove our emotional baggage.
Yes, we'll do that, Lina ma'am. We'll do that. I think probably we'll do it on Friday, the mentoring session.
Okay, thank you.
Leaderji, you have to take us a session on how to laugh things away. You are so transparent and so take things simple, and you don't know your potential. That's what I'm telling you. Repeatedly telling you can do wonders to others.
That very, very important for me. Emotional baggage, how to remove that. I want to know that.
Okay. No, you can use the no laugher like Ravi sir said. You can use the
Yes.
smile and laughter for energizing the whole team. Actually, Leena ma'am.
She's like that. She has that disarming smile and very very innocent natural laughter. I like it very much. So she's very very natural,
Thank you.
spontaneous.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cannot really smile out. She never smiles kind of artificially. She's like that. She laughs the way she takes things. I like that attitude.
Yeah. So this is where the community comes into picture. They can discover your strength when you yourself may not be aware. Sometimes the people in the team can identify. So that's another advantage.
It's like a mirror.
Yes, like a mirror. Yeah.
Community mirror.
Yes.
Rama sir, can you please share this the name of the book in the chat?
Okay, there are one is force versus power. This spectrum of shame to enlightenment. There is a book called Force versus Power by. Just go to the previous slide, Naina, if you can. Yeah, by David Hawkins. Levels of Consciousness. This is from the book called Force versus Power by David Hawkins. That is one. The second one is Life's Greatest Question. That is by Tom Rath. Life's Great Question. This is from the Gallup.
Is it Tom?
Tom Rath, R-A-T-H. Go to the previous screen if you can, Naina. It has that book title. Yes, this is the one. Life's Great Question. Tom Rath. Yeah, it's kind of introduction to these two books in this presentation. It's worth reading both the books.
Actually, the list for 2021 book reading is so long because for every sector, when we move, there are like 2 books referred.
Yeah. Some books you can read end to end. Some books you can really get the brief from somebody who already read it. Kind of book review. Because obviously you cannot read all of them.
No, my thing is I take the book review first. Then I decide, okay, I want to read this.
Right.
Right. Yes, anybody else?
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. EMM2 members and all.
Good morning.
Really, yeah, because learning from the person who got enlightenment is a great thing. You see, Ramazen, I'm not just praising him. It's a reality. It's the truth of the matter that, everything he gets into, it details and, he does a lot of hard work and then he contribute. Today, his contribution to all of us is really, really, it is a heartfulness. Okay. And because we all have this, but everything putting it in an organized way, how to achieve our life happiness or whatever the purpose of life and the meaning of life. Whatever the topics he discussed, and he always aligned towards our purpose of life. That is a great thing. You see the person who is sitting, on him, the Tiruvannamalai, mountain is behind him. Okay, he is coming from that place, and Ramanar's place, and he is almost have the qualities of Ramana. Okay, which means contribute, giving free, his properties and everything is given for free to the farmers who are owning and farming, and then he's a real gem of a person. He's a diamond, in fact, and he gives, he lives by example, and it cannot be duplicated like what Ramazen's life. But he is, whenever we were together in Mahabalipuram, where we were just going, and if we sit for a while, and instead of watching here and there, he meditate. You see, a lot of things, he always bring his mind under control, and he always have a very proper focus and proper direction. And learning from such individual is a great honor for us, and also it is a great opportunity for us. Really, thank you very much. Your contributions never be forgotten, and your contributions will take it into our life, and we will do that, Ramazen. It is really, yesterday night when I called him at 10:45, 11 o'clock, I was asking about, the same binary to Jainism logic. And he was just, extempo, he was explaining everything. That is the kind of affection towards the involvement of the topic. Really, thank you, Ramazen. I'm not just praising; it is the truth. It is the truth which I experienced. Okay, I cannot explain how others experience. This is my experience because I spend time with you, and I know about you, and your thing, by looking at you and seeing you, we get energy, a lot of energy. Thank you. Thank you all. I hope everybody will realize as the day goes, and as you start practicing, and he is really enlightened person. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. You are too kind, and I'm really happy to contribute whatever little I can. And enlightenment, yes, that is my goal. Right now I can pronounce the word enlightenment, but I will reach there somewhere, sometime. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So everybody, the first step is change your virtual background.
Okay.
So then eventually we'll reach there, like Ramazen reached. Right. Okay. So nobody has query. I felt this is a little heavy. I mean, there were so many questions popping up. So nobody has some question?
I think probably it was too fast. May not really they might not
because there were so many points.
Registered
but it was clear. It was clear because
it will take time to digest.
This thing will take that time to digest. Yes, that is why you can own this book and read. Probably this is those kind of a book which you can't read in one go. Maybe just put it in practice wise. So you.
Yes.
Yeah, there are a few books like that. For me, though, 2 books, 1 book, 1 go. I think that is why I like science fiction and the other story type because we don't know when we are going to sit back and read again. It is like, once you take it to the beach and you finish it. So that also delays the reading process.
Yeah. But this Life's Great Question is really small book. You can really read it fast.
Okay. Right. Yes, Sakshi, Selva, are you there? Yeah.
Munir, you want to say something, Munir? Sakshi.
Not, sir. Coming days, following days, you will be some questions, chain of the questions, because I want to again.
Oh, we lost you, Munir.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, please, others go on. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Sakshi, go
how
ahead.
big is this book? Force versus Power. You know, it's not Stephen Hawkins, right? It's not.
No, it's well, now I forgot the name.
I'll find out. I'll find out. Yes, go ahead, Sakshi.
David Hawkins.
Hawkins.
David Hawkins. Sakshi.
Yeah.
David.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry I joined in a little late. Post this health issues, I'm not able to get up. So I'm going to go through the entire video on Facebook and attend the whole session, and then I'll be a little clear. But something related to this, I always had this query, or I was wondering, is there a organization or multiple organizations where we can approach if we want to do something online, like online teaching, sharing skills, or teaching education wise, or teaching skills? So if you are aware of any such organization or any such database where we can register ourselves, and then whenever it is possible for us, we can teach children or others, elders, something like that. Am I clear? What I'm trying to say is I need to know if I can do something online. If I realize, okay, today I have few hours, I can just log in and
Sakshi,
check.
we got your question.
Yeah, there
One,
are. Yeah, the
one
question
answer
is.
is one answer is
Yeah,
YouTube.
yeah, you can have your own channel, YouTube channel. But there are other things also, Sakshi. In fact, I talked about this in some other presentation. So, for example, Udemy or Coursera, those are the really well-known sites for learning anything
The
deep.
point here is commitment. She's like, whenever I have time, I will make and I will post. In Coursera and other courses, you have to, at least to begin with.
You have to declare a course, and then you can put it there, and you will get paid also, Sakshi.
And remember,
What is it? Sir, please come again. Can you type it in the chat box so as I can copy?
Yeah, Udemy.com.
Rama sir, don't put it here. Maybe you can send her a WhatsApp, because this chat will just go.
Okay.
Yeah, Udemy.com.
Coursera.org. These two are really top-end online courses. You can offer your own course, any course. In fact, there are some people who are trying that. That is one. Like that, there are small things also. If you are also a fashion designer, there are few sites where you can put your design, and once they like it, they will pay for you, Sakshi.
Okay.
So I'll send you those things also. There are 2-3 sites where you can put up your designs, which they can use it in their t-shirts or in their coffee mugs or wherever it is, and then they give you some money. And whatever the online course you want to offer, definitely these two, Udemy and Coursera, and there are a lot more like that.
No, sir, but then again, if they are paying me, they would be charging people for it. So I don't want that way. I want this underprivileged children or underprivileged sector to access it free.
Yes, there are like that. There are some sites like that as well. But like Nayana said, you can also start your own YouTube channel, and then present whatever you have.
And education wise, is there a organized sector where I can register myself and then check whenever I'm free, I can teach? Or maybe if not spontaneously, maybe we decide once in a week, kind of 2 hours, something like that, which I do it on a regular basis, but not daily.
Okay, I'll find out. So I understood what you are saying. You have interest and skills in certain areas, but you don't want to organize your own channel or your own sites. if somebody is already organizing and that is being used by people, you can as well contribute there. That's your point. I'll
Yes,
let
yes,
you.
yes, yes, very much.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, Sakshi. Sakshi, yeah, we have a Teach for Change. It's an NGO. You can teach primary kids in government schools. So you can go through the website, Teach for Change website.
Okay, okay, Jagdish. Yeah, I'll go through it. Thank you.
Amazing question.
Good morning,
sir.
everyone.
Good morning, Selva.
Sir, actually, currently I think I am in between the courage state and fear stage. So I have to improve to courage and move on to love stage. So I'm working on that.
Excellent. That's a great improvement. If you are coming near to courage state, it's really amazing.
I am in between right now, I think so. So I have to work on and move to peak and love.
Excellent. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Yes, everyone spoke.
I think Vilas probably is busy something.
Vilasji will contribute only finance to the public.
Well, it is like community and all this is a very good area, and in fact, we have to be a little bit have extra in terms of giving. So I think it's a very good session in community and contribution to know more insights and how to give back to the community. Thank you, Rama sir.
Thank you, Vilas.
All right. So are we done? It's 6:30. It's 8 in India. So thank you once again, Rama sir. It's very interesting. I wish we could spend more time with you and get all those knowledge instead of just reading books. And so, what I suggest, I very strongly suggest, is you make your channel. Okay. You never know who will be kind of inspired. So if you need any help, I am there. We can also have a question answer session. Like I ask a particular question and then you answer, so that you don't make anything. Okay. I will make everything. You just speak like as you speak in a presentation. At least whatever that, we say, you have to share whatever you have. At least it should not go waste. So if you're
Absolutely.
done with that,
Nayana, thanks for that. In fact, I have a channel. Rama Zen is the channel. Rama space Zen.
Oh, sorry, then I did not check. I should have checked before.
Yeah, that's the channel, and I think your idea of that question and answer is really good. I'll be happy to do that sometime, Nayana.
Yeah, because sometimes you feel you're alone. When I make YouTube, I don't know what content should I speak, what is the next point. So probably we can have some kind of a setup there. We keep on moving because sometimes when you're alone, it's always better to have two people.
Yeah,
Naina, I can give you each day topic. Naina, I can give you each day topic. You can speak on that topic and create a video.
Oh, I would love that, Jagdish. Bring it on.
Sure.
Sakshi also wants to join. Yeah, we can also really create something.
Oh, we can also create a small thing, small group maybe, and we challenge each other because any day we will take time to reach Rama Zen. So let us start with the step 1, step 2, because I'm sure we could contribute.
We are all there together, and nothing. Each one of us have our own strengths and our own capabilities, our own contributions.
That's
so,
right.
yeah.
And please note, UMM3 is also coming up. So in case you miss some sessions here and you feel this particular session, I would be interested to join. Don't join the whole session. Join again for the contribution week. Please be part of. You are welcome. I mean, because Munir and I, we decided that we will volunteer for UMM 2, so that for UMM 1, everything was very heavy. It was going tuck 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 tuck. So with UMM 2, I feel that okay, I'm kind of getting there. So I'm sure if you guys have the same feeling, we always have a backup plan. And don't forget, we have a group community, which is absolutely fun, and they really pull each other up, like we do stretch. That real stretch is happening in that group community. So mastermind, yeah, pull up your socks and think big, think unrealistic. Okay, you're still finding difficulty for that habit tracker, then we need to discuss. All right, with that note, let me just stop.